the first to know. Nsem-Pii TV.
Yemfamo Emungra the Central Region. Ye call the Central Region dia na ye call Awutu Senya West. Awutu Senya West. Member of Parliament for Awutu Senya West eye NDC MP Gizela Tete. Ya oye NDC Guru Hana Tete Onuyaketwa. Wadi nyambran sembi ewo constituency wa ma nyame nko a kemabunu no etinte sukoko edi agunu so na wo se odwane edi free constituency wo ene say over the weekend ena wo do ani kiremu ewo Awutu Senya West a omo afa hye pa ya omudi na nanom atrankonwa ene Ghanafo ma ahodo ya omo free the constituency e body wuramu wo ho. In fact eko enjoy the festival, your friend of the Abia Festival, the Abia Festival. Now, this year's edition of the Abia Festival, no, the special guest of honor was the President, His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. Now, enam the tight schedule of the President in T, or Ron and Pabwa Edema, Abedi Achiri, the Vice President, His Excellency Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, se onfa nani munyam en konko tai jomedi enachi. Enti, on Sunday, the chiefs, the elders, and the people of the Awutu Senya West constituency were so much delighted to welcome the Vice President and his entourage to the Abia Festival for 2024. Now, as part of the program, the DC for Awutu Senya West, na wasa wakasa, the MP for Awutu Senya West, Gizela Tete, na ono so akonya se okasa, na nanoma trankonya, ewa Awutu Senya, the traditional council of Awutu Senya, enso nya akonya ekasa. So also na the vice president representing the president as a special guest of honor, na ono so ewa akonya se odi ensem kakra etudwa. Now interesting, the MP, Gizela Tete, kasa no, ena ochirimu a, esa ne sa wono woye NDC MP na MPP ene wa bamunti. Not a single city ena ban dia man for developmental projects ye wo Awutu Senya West. Na developmental projects kakra no kwa ekoso. Emufa ono Gizela Tete no ene di ne bottom scale. Dia council a ekoso no ne namfo nom ya e wa ma no ne ena wa pa won chew. Emma omo edi donations eba emanede all those developmental projects. Nefa district common fund. Yeah, a free the district or the municipal or the metropolitan tebadi or no Gizela Tete. Kapre bakura ne nsan kan bi enfam free Awutu Senya West. Kika ni nsam nyina gu ho no poto. Na owie ye no, interesting. Ena DC ya wo Awutu Senya West se ne gina de ebe wo. DC ye beje microphone wo se. Ya mami Gizela Tete ya woye NDC MP for Awutu Senya West on kano kreba akokra. Now, I wouldn't tell me the prove some mami kano krene say these are receipts of payment made to the MP on various developmental projects here also in this constituency. The number of times our says common fund from this constituency receipt a whole various payment made ni nyina nie kuroma na nanoma trankonya mo hwe in some of these need to dwade me pese me bo wura mu bebrebe yenkoni yenkoti na yemeto ankomode dis
ya ma me Gizela me ta metse da wo Canada da wo janka wo begina hakra wo kasa hakra wo kan oye janka ba nti na ba nyi power nti onyawe to the point then go wo kan de ne sanka hwe na common fund mpo emi mpo memfa man Mr. No kwal ya krupo. No kwal ya krupe. Piara abainta manesa kanede. No common fund na men kaka credit nchram. E ko bojo asa wa ya da background o. Me ko bojo asa met na no kotokun ska no de ya nya abain. Osa no oye orphan MP. Sika, this is common fund. Yenya wo man tete 2.9 billion. What do you say? 291,000 Ghana cedis. common fund diamond. Awutu Park, Ulisiesi, name Professor Kacha Madre, Nian Kubin or Yaman. Mamman 45,000 quote, Mamman 27,000 quote. Awutu Park and award your home, Sika connection 73,736. Tetena or 730 million. It's a car now then. A black straight upon only a double grand or Nina Nunkatawo. I tell men paying them kind of car. O Sunday, says Yamioka say 2 months ago, I buy Braham fertilizer, or bread DCEB, or bread MPB, mentioned or commercial. Fertilizer 300 bucks. Ammonia 100 bucks, a bro 100 bucks. And say a kada buying now a woman no aye empino. Sir, Bibi I watch and also Sakamuda. Now so a Canada in Yabi. And Masramo. Obiara, Obedi, no doya or Mesro. Jumepiara, what I shall on Sunday no car. Jumepiara, what I shall on Sunday, the Honoka, Nakanina ye. Emanka Samebai, Usume Soani. Nanso, Sika, Pruba Mano. Mepa Busume Soyan, Pusika, Ma Pruba Mano. Or ya 3.6 billion. 368,000 Ghana cedis. And see, Sir Ekada Abanyo will be on Yawa Banti in Yashi. Naturally, Dr. Baumia and Nanekufa Leo Bunia. Shada equipment to buy one of them time was sign, no problem. Parliament, no problem. But a Kawa was the MPP abandoned all the Bonite, all the Bomosi be nano, Mokamuson were approving. One of the Monka Mokan. Juma power did the Monka, and Master, Yabaya Akin Jufar, Yankan Lokar, name me Bunkontai, Bibia Maka,
and the district chief executive for Awutu Senya West. Ena, well, Guma me anymore as a poto. Now, DC Yivian. His Excellency Dr. Mahmoud Baumia as the special guest of honor, and so Ebekasai. The Nsem-Pii to with regards to Anamuntua Hodwa, Abenya 2, in bringing development to the doorsteps of the people of Awutu Senya West. Some social interventions and initiatives that has been rolled out nationwide. Yeah, the good people of Awutu Senya West enjoy it, say the Free Senior High School and other policies. Going forward, the Abenya Gunka Tasoya Wohe say, Ghana Fonya Rishimunya Hotoso Mua, to Abama, Obekoso Atwaswaye, Ediabuama Ghana ni Bia. In fact, Emwahin with regards to your daily living and the development we expect that various government provide for their people. Now, interestingly, a brand anonymous tranquilla. Ya na wahene popro ba kwa waye MC introduce the vice president ni ehunu say ya ma me Gizela Tete and then the bunch of hoodlums that is the NDC supporters appear free the durbar grounds ya na the Abia Festival climatization ekos. Now interestingly, Mablo no so sorry jina said there be ya mpirima the member of parliament inko she has questions to answer. Questions ni bi ni say Mablo ni chire mu a MPD can intro their children one say all developmental projects here Ekoso Awutu Senya West is as a result of the fact that ono ankasa na di ne bottom sika eye na wonya aka preben famfraban MP asamo maso ate say common funder esese otumi assess na odeboa in the smooth running of the day-to-day activities of the constituency nso onya aka prebampo na other projects omu hu no eye ne namfofo ene adofo ya ewa manone ene support no ene DC ya mo hunu se sansem MP kacha omu ni nyina eya tro hence omu maburu no pese omu hunu se member of parliament asama DC kan ene nsem a wokan which is which Now fei maburu ni so o sign ashe the member of parliament ama na pa na no matrankonya achew because all kan sem no na matrankonya te ho ya odi santo ne kire wo. Now ni nyina na MP dwane to omunhu nipa dom maburu dom ya agi sa every day background so sign MP no say ni nyan e ho na sa ya ma mi gezala tete the chimfuturo but maburu na kire krata ten e di akwa to na nanoma trankonya ye wa Awutu Senya West say omo encall their member of parliament to order. 1, she should be summoned before the chiefs and elders of Awutu Senya West to render an unqualified apology for telling them lies. 2, the quantum of money ya DC boarding say ya mami Gizela Tete and Saka for developmental projects. No more share the kind of developmental projects air cost of constituency wa. They don't match. Enti na nanoma trankunya. And Fred, the member of parliament. Na omeye accounts as to bebia every single city she assessed from the common fund FIA with regards to development air cost of Awutu Senya West. Sanya sa omu mabunu yomo Awutu Senya West. Ebetin tesukoko edi achire ya mame Gabriel ana Gizela sorry tete na yenya pola domo kire enso efa a different aspect of the entire story which also covers a kwanya mami show gross insubordination by leaving the backgrounds when the special guest of honor who happens to be the vice president was being introduced to Yabeko. Dia far every that side of Nyoma Ekoso and Anokosia Day ewo the Awutu Senya West constituency during the celebration of their favorite Awubia Festival.
First of all, the festival is the Awubi Festival. It is in Awutu Senya West. Awutu Senya West, the constituency of Gizela Tete. That's where the Awubi Festival is done. Let me give you a bit of the history of the Awubia Festival, and then we can then get how sacrilegious this MP's behavior was. Historically, the Awubia Festival marks the end of the farming season and the harvest period. It is a time of thanksgiving to the ancestral spirits and deities for a bountiful harvest and to seek the blessing for future prosperity. The festival also serves as a vibrant display of cultural identity and communal unity among the Awutu people. The celebration includes various rituals and customs that have been passed down through generations. A ceremonial procession led by the paramount chief and elders, adorned in traditional regalia, proceeds to sacred grounds where libations are poured to seek guidance and blessings from the ancestors. So this is Gizela. She attended the Awubia Festival. Of course, she's member of parliament and she needed so to do. But this is the story. So Dr. Baumia was invited by the chiefs as a special guest for the Awubia Festival, okay? He was invited. So he was invited in his capacity as vice president of Ghana. In fact, they wanted the president originally, from what I'm hearing. They wanted the president. Somehow the president's schedule is plenty. President happens to be outside the country somewhere in Asia, I believe. So Mahamadou Baumia goes in there almost representing the president, but in his capacity as a vice president. So he goes there and there are presentation of awards. Gizela receives an award, of course, for being the member of parliament for Awutu Senya West. She receives an award. At the Awubia Festival, she receives an award. Dr. Baumia is there. When Dr. Baumia arrived, he goes around to shake hands with everyone, including Gizela. Dr. Baumia shook hands with her. She should come and tell me that it's not true. We have the video. Dr. Baumia shook hands with her. When he arrived, he's shaking hands with the dignitaries. Nice lady like that. What kind of behavior is this? Dr. Baumia shook hands with her. And then went around to shake hands with everybody. And the chiefs were happy that the vice president had honored the invitation for the Awubia Festival. They all stood up. And then the Yanara Assassini was played. Yanara Assassini, it was done. Bam, you know, the abridged version they do when important people arrive at places. And then they all sat down. Then the chief spoke, everybody spoke. And then the special guest of honor was speaking, addressing the audience. She knew that the MC, the chief, there's a chief who is an MC, who is now introducing Dr. Bawumia to come. And then she walked out with her supporters that she doesn't want to hear what Dr. Bawumia has to say. I think this is terrible. Parliament's privilege committees must deal with it. Put Gisela's photograph there. Parliament privilege committees must deal with it. We can't have Gisela is ordinarily, this is an Atete sister, a former foreign minister. This is her sister. So you would assume. I've interviewed Hannah Tete countless occasions. Here on Good Evening Ghana, when she was trade minister, I've interviewed her so many times. One thing you get with Hannah Tete is the decorum. That's one thing you get with Hannah Tete. Have you ever heard? That is why when the NDC in the year 2008 wanted to change their image when they conducted the rebranding at the National Theatre, Hannah Tete was the person the NDC used to rebrand itself. Hannah Tete and Alexander Segbefia. They were the people that NDC used to rebrand themselves because Professor Mills was unhappy with this kind of gangster politics, insulting, fighting, violence. Professor Mills had taken over the leadership of the NDC, and he said that he wasn't going to have that with NDC. So he decided that for his 2008 election, he would conduct a rebranding. And he had two faces for the rebranding. The female face was Hannah Tete, and the male face was Alexander Segbefia. This is Hannah Tete's younger sister. Where did she learn these things from? Where did she learn from? Show me your friend, I'll show you your character. Show me your friends, I'll show you. Look at what she did. So it's just so debasing, it's terrible, it's horrendous, and it's uncouth, to say the least. You are a member of parliament. The vice president has come to your festival. This is your festival. And the vice president arrives and shakes hands with everyone, including yourself. You receive an award as member of parliament, which you deserve. The vice president congratulates you for the award by clapping his hands when you were called. When the vice president is about to be called to give his speech, you rise up and walk out. If she was walking out in good faith, do you know what she would have done? She would have stood up and gone to the dais and say, Mr. Vice President, I beg you, I need to go. You know it's campaign time, so this one, I beg you. And say, Nananom, Pachon Pede, Mr. Kwanka, Krebi. And then the MC will say that Gisela Tete, a member of parliament, or Awutu Senya West, also Podo Srekwan, inti Opodoko, inti Akwandaho. This is what seasoned, well brought up people do. You don't rise up and pretend you are some macho woman and walk out with your supporters because you want to show that you have ignored the vice president so that NDC people will hail you. This is the kind of politics that we must stop. When political parties hail people because they can insult. When you saw that, where is Bobby's picture? Put it back there. They are doing radio program, and Foundation for Future, Media Foundation for West Africa says that 80% of their content is insults. And that is how you get plaudits in a political party. Because you are insulting, because you are rude, because you are uncouth, because you are violent. That's how you rise in a political party. Our children should not come and see any political party in Ghana that is rewarding such uncouth behavior. Political parties should not reward such uncouth behavior. We all remember how, okay, he's died, so I won't talk about him. May he rest in peace. I won't even mention his name to take your minds to it. But this was a gentleman who Kufuor as president had to deal with. He's an MPP man. But he was so Rambo that the president had to call him to order that you cannot do that in MPP. We should, and thanks be to Kufuor for his decorum. Glory be to Professor Mills. May he rest in peace for his decorum. And why are these things creeping back? Are we growing bad leaders? Is that what we are doing? We have done well in the past and we are doing worse in the future? Are we growing bad leaders? Is that Professor Mills' NDC? The one he said we should rebrand and take away the machoism and the uncouthness and the terrible behavior? Is it coming back again? Why is it coming back? Civil society, please deal with this. Parliament, ask her at the Privileges Committee, what was the reason for her walkout with her supporters in such a bullish and rude manner when the vice president was sitting down with the chiefs? She doesn't respect her own chiefs as well. You walk out on the vice president and your chiefs, the chiefs that are the reason why you are there. You walk out on them and the vice president because it is campaign time, because you have to show that you can show the vice president the highest disrespect. You have to show that. My goodness. Shame on you, Madam Gisela. Shame on you. Don't do that ever again. You are a member of parliament. And we all want to be members of parliament if there's opportunity. We want to see that being a member of parliament is something that we want to emulate. This your behavior. Nobody wants to emulate it. No one, no NDC member, no NPP member wants to emulate this your shameful behavior. My goodness, what is this? What is this? What is this? Shameful. Not because he's NPP or he's NDC. We can't build a society like that. The president of Ghana is the president of Ghana. The former president of Ghana is the former president of Ghana. It is very, very important. The former chief of staff of Ghana is the former chief of staff of Ghana. It is very, very, very important. We are building a nation. We should stop this disgraceful behavior. Totally disgraceful. I'm not sure your sister will be proud of that. I'm not sure.